What's up, addicts? Welcome to the Fantasy Addiction Network. In this video, we are breaking down wide receiver Denzel Mims out of Baylor, and we are only about 8 days away from the NFL draft, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be posting a bunch of player breakdowns up into the NFL draft, and then giving you rankings after, but hey, let's get right into the video. Get started, check out the link in the description. We are offering a free till kickoff special for our fan companion tool. You get access all the way up into the kickoff of the NFL season for absolutely free, so make sure you check out that link. Whew, all right, one of the more exciting prospects, and is really kind of seeing the cross between analytics gurus out there and film grinders. Everyone seems to love Denzel Mims, and I think you should too. Guy is a bit bigger than some of the other prospects that we've broken down thus far. More of your prototypical X type receiver. Could afford to put on another 10 pounds if you wanted to be closer to your Julio Jones types, but 6'3", 207, still pretty good. Did play all 4 years in college, so he's coming out a year later than some of his other classmates in this class, but ridiculous 40-yard dash time, 4.38, 96 percentile speed score, good burst score, decent agility score, 96 percentile catch radius. From a metric standpoint, this guy is the king of this class. 86 percentile college dominator rating, was the main beneficiary of targets in Baylor. Decent college yards per reception, good spark export, 77th percentile. In terms of any flaws to his game, he doesn't have much of a track record of playing in the slot. So obviously, being your more prototypical outside receiver, it might take him a little bit longer to acclimate to whatever team he ends up getting assigned to, especially with everything that's happening right now with the potential for training camps to be delayed or not even happen. It could definitely slow his propensity to be good in the NFL, which starting at a year later puts him at a little bit more of a disadvantage. So there are things to worry about there, and overall he does require a bit more time and patience with the quarterback. He's not in terms of his route running, it's not like he can run routes plenty fine. It's just he has the tendency to, on a high point the ball, and is very good at making space in the end zone, so he's going to be a high touchdown scorer over his career. But again, his skill comes in being able to beat out the defender with routes that he's been able to work with a quarterback for a while. So my only concern for him right now is, with all this speed, he still is going to need some time to develop with whatever team he goes to. And that, again, with this first year just being incredibly weird because 2020 is insane right now, there is a solid chance that he ends up disappointing in 2020. So if you're drafting him in dynasty, don't expect huge things in the first year, which you probably shouldn't be from a wide receiver. You'd be drafting around the end of the first, beginning of the second. But again, same thing that we said with Justin Jefferson. The nice thing about Mims is he's probably going to end up going to an NFL team that's already pretty established and just needs another weapon. We could easily see Mims go to a team like the Eagles, a team like the Packers or the 49ers. I think all of those would be really good landing spots for him, and I think that he'd be able to flourish in those types of offenses. So fit is going to be pretty huge here in terms of how quickly he can get acclimated, but if you pick this guy up, don't freak out if he doesn't have a good year one. In terms of his production, he definitely has a good production profile, multiple 1,000-yard seasons, multiple seasons of over 60 receptions, around 60% catch rate. Like I said, he definitely has the ability to bully receivers out. Kind of looked a little bit like Mike Evans out there. Also, you can see his best comparable to Chris Godwin. AJ Green is another comp for him, so definitely has that big alpha type receiver in his comp. And there's even news that broke today that he played the 2019 season with a broken hand. I don't know how broken it was, but that is pretty ridiculous, especially if you saw some of the one-handed grabs that he made. Again, that's just a report, came from Ian Rappaport today. I don't really know to what extent he was injured, but still being able to put up numbers like that on an injury would be pretty insane. But from a metric standpoint, there is no better player in this class. He's just going to take a little bit more time to get acclimated, get seasoned. So hopefully he lands on a team that's really good at grooming wide receivers. If he goes to a team like the Patriots, might be a bad day for Denzel Mims. But we will see how this turns out. Again, 8 days away from the draft until we know where these guys are landing. That's going to be huge for a lot of their values. But I'm really excited about Denzel Mims. The guy is a freak athlete, has ridiculous catch radius, is able to make ridiculous catches, almost like you'd see from a guy like Odell Beckham. I really do think Denzel Mims could be an elite superstar wide receiver. Just give him a few years before he is able to reach his peak, and then you can trade him. But that's how Dynasty works. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.